Hey guys, welcome to Everyday Fitness. My name is TJ, and today we're going to talk about taking advantage of daylight savings time, and we'll continue your 200-day workout. Week 5. Of course, this week we're adding 2 new exercises to the core program. We're going to keep our cardio blocks the same, where we're running at 7.5 minutes, and then we're going to tweak, or I should say add a little bit to our leg day. We're going to focus a little more on our core exercises on our leg day, trying to build some more ab muscles, maybe create a little bit more definition. Also, the goal is to be able to do more sit-ups. Before we continue, I want to remind you, before you start any diet, nutrition, or exercise program, always consult with your healthcare provider first. This week, we're adding lying hill raises and rotating crunches. We're already laying on the mat anyway for most of our core exercises, so adding these should be pretty seamless, pretty easy. Again, with this entire program, you do not need a gym membership. These are exercises you can do at home. So just like these new exercises, you don't need any of this fancy stuff. You need a soft place or a mat, maybe so you don't hurt your back. And I've recommended before some sort of pull-up bar that you can use. The ones that you put in the door frame, I think are probably the easiest or the best to use. Of course, I've already talked about that. Go back and watch the other videos. They're pretty descriptive on that. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram. And subscription is free. Subscribing to these channels is the best way to make sure that you don't miss any of the videos that I put out. Of course, I have our 200-day workout. That's 29 weeks. It's 29 worth of videos. But between Monday and Monday, when those videos are released, I also put out videos for exercise, diet, nutrition, supplements, some things I do outside of the program. So I still lift heavy weights before I do our program. So there's some things I'm adding constantly throughout the weeks. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If you don't want to miss those things, go ahead and subscribe. Remember, again, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. On YouTube, there's a little button right here. Click that. That'll walk you through how to subscribe. At the end of this video, I'll put a link over here on this side talking about the previous week's videos. It'll direct you to that. And I'll also walk you through a little bit more about how to make sure you don't miss any of the content. In the previous week's videos, I put the description of Monday through Sunday's videos in the actual description of the video itself. I found that cumbersome. I didn't like that. Even though I wrote the program, I was going through and having to screenshot everything. So this way, now I'll put the video description here. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on will be right here in front of you now. So go ahead and screenshot those. That'll be the workout plan Monday through Sunday of this week. I think it's going to be a little bit easier. So let's talk about daylight savings time. And the only thing I think that's actually good about daylight savings time is the way your body gets into biorhythm this time of the year. If you think, hey, I would like to wake up early to start my day with stretches or exercise or yoga, meditation, whatever it might be, think about this. Right now, your body gets in a rhythm of waking up, let's say it's 7 o'clock. When daylight savings time happens here in just a few days, your body will feel like it's 7 o'clock, but the actual clock itself will say it's 6 o'clock in the morning. So it'll be easier for you to go ahead and wake up an hour earlier because you've technically already been waking up at that time anyway. This time last year, I thought, man, I want to start lifting heavy again, and I want to wake up early in the morning to do it. Calculated how much time I was going to need. I need to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to lift heavy. I don't want to do that. But then I realized, hey, daylight savings time is just around the corner. I'm already waking up at 5:30. When that happens, my body will feel like it's 5:30, and the clock will say, hey, it's actually 4:30. So I was able to gain that hour in the morning. Of course, I still try to go to bed as early as possible to make that successful. But that's a good idea or tip. Try that, see what you think. So let's go ahead and let's slide the camera back. Let's go over these videos. The first exercise we're going to review will be the lying crunch. The lying hill raise. Lay down on your back. Try to keep your legs sort of straight. Take your feet off the ground. Try to go up in a straight angle. Like I do with my 6 inches or my flutter kicks, I like to use this as a base for my tailbone. You can leave your head down on the ground. You can go into a static crunch. You probably find yourself using your hands to push down on the mat. It's kind of hard to kind of make your stuff elevate without. A good mat here helps as well. But put my hands underneath my tailbone. Keep my legs, feet flat. Let's try to go up. You can, of course, put some ankle weights if you want to level up on this, but try to do this as it is without the weight first. It's a pretty good workout. And the second exercise we're going to introduce this week is the rotating crunch. Now, start sitting up like this. You're going to lean back just a bit. You're going to bring your legs in and move them like this. This is one way to do it. This is pretty easy compared to when you put your hands behind your back. This requires a lot more core balance. If you really want to level up, take something, an obstacle that you have to go around, that you can't kick. Yeah, see, pretty hard. Another way to do it is go over it. It's tough. It's not an easy peasy one. From the front, I look kind of like this. Push-ups. Let's go over a few more things about push-ups. I think standard push-ups are probably what we should be doing anyway right now. But if you want to add a little extra work, a little extra weight, resistance, maybe build a little more strength, maybe focus more on triceps or chest, you can change a lot by changing the angle of your hands. You can also put a lot of unnecessary pressure on your elbows by changing the way your hands are shaped too. So pay attention to your body. There's a difference between the way a workout feels and the way getting an injury feels. So, standard push-up, like we discussed before, I like to start all the way on the ground. Gives me a good solid foundation. Standard push-up. I call these archer push-ups. We did our archer planks last week. And if you add those to a push-up, which I saw one of my friends do, who's super duper in shape, she was doing this. I've never even thought about putting those two together. It's pretty genius. This is what I call archer plank, an archer push-ups. I take my hands, my palms, and I rotate them out just a bit, and I make my hands go a little bit wider. I'll go down on one side and slide to the next and up. Then I'll go back down on that same side and back up. Looks like this. Hands wider than normal, palms and fingers facing out a little bit. Let's go down on the right side first. Right, I'll slide over, go up on left. Now that's working left a lot more than a standard push-up. Left, slide over, right. Definitely isolates a lot more on one side or the other. The straighter your hands are, the more tricep workout it is. The closer in they are, the more tricep workout it is. And it's, for me, I got a weird elbow, so I really don't do many of these. I iron out just a bit, and it's more of a, for me, more of a chest exercise. As I'm doing my push-up, I'm focusing on my chest muscles, trying to pinch them together. Like I want to hold a credit card between my man cleavage. I'm trying to pinch that together really hard, really tight. So as I go down, I'm trying to focus on the muscle that I'm trying to work out. Next, I'll show you guys what I call scorpion push-ups, because one leg or the other is going to kind of go over your head. I combine it. There's a move called the scorpion. I'll take standard push-up, and I'll take a leg, and I'll hold it up in the air. change. Now I might do this more abruptly when I'm not in this cage. I'll flip them back and forth pretty quick. The more you go over, the more it works your hips. Be very, very careful in doing that. For now, I just start raising one leg up. That's sort of like doing an incline push-up, oddly enough. It feels kind of like you're doing an incline push-up, but you're not having to put both feet up on something. Give that a shot. Don't take your leg higher than your body naturally feels comfortable. If it starts to get too uncomfortable, slow it down. Don't go up that high, but try to get your leg up higher and higher each time, and each week that you do it. It's a pretty good workout. This right here may be the hardest workout for push-ups. Elevated push-ups. Put your feet on something higher off the ground. It doesn't have to be this high. It doesn't. This is way more shoulders than push-up would normally be. The farther you go that way, the farther your feet go, the more it's like doing a military press or shoulder press. That is more shoulder exercises. The farther down you go, the more lats and chest. We want to focus on our exercises on having strength through the entire workout. I don't only want to be strong from here to here. I want to be strong from here all the way out. I'm going to start way, my hands farther back than I would if I was starting on the ground. Go deeper. So my travel is much longer, maybe 2.5 inches more push-up. I've got short arms. My brother-in-law has very long arms. When he does a push-up, he has to go probably 6 inches further than I do. Does that make it a harder workout for him? Yeah, it absolutely does. He has a longer workout. So if I can increase my distance here without hurting my shoulders, shoulder blades, it gives me a little advantage. All my exercises. I can still do just about as much push-ups. This actually takes pressure off of my wrist as well. When I'm able to grip something like this instead of having my hands go flat on the mat. Okay. I want to mention something else. There's a difference between a workout and doing something that's hard. Just because something or a movement is difficult to accomplish doesn't necessarily mean it's a good workout. Don't get confused by the way that a workout program or routine or something makes you feel. Don't get that confused with actual results. Just because it makes you feel bad, feel like you're really tired afterwards, doesn't necessarily mean it's a good workout. For example, I could take this glove and raise it and lower it 1,000 times. Will I be tired? Sure. Is that a good workout? Probably not. Could I take 500 pounds and try to roll it down a hill or up a hill, all day? Is that a good workout? Probably not. Is it hard? Is it difficult? Is it tough to do? Yeah. Those are just some weird examples, but hopefully you get the idea. Just because something's difficult or hard to do doesn't make it necessarily a good workout. So make sure you have a purpose and intent and you know the why behind you doing your exercises. Alrighty, so those videos should give you a good visual demonstration of how I think those exercises should look. Before we leave, I want to give you one more piece of advice. I want to encourage you to have a healthy lifestyle. Not just exercise, not just diet, but also rest. A good visual demonstration that I've given folks throughout the years that I've helped train or worked out with is a triangle. That's one of the main reasons I like the triangle shape or arrowhead. It's in my logo. You have diet, you have nutrition, and you have exercise. If you remove any of those, or just one of those, it's not a complete structure anymore, and the whole thing will collapse. Don't sabotage yourself by having a great workout and then going and eating like garbage. A cheat day every once in a while is fine, but when it turns into cheat week and cheat year, you're just sabotaging yourself. I can't stand to see people working out so hard and then eating like garbage and complaining that they're not seeing results. Well, there's a reason. If you're trying to lose weight, you have to cut calories. You have to burn more calories than you're consuming. That's the only way you lose weight. Sure, there's pills and stuff like that, but healthy-wise, that's the only way it should be done. Give you an example. Had an old co-worker years ago. I would watch them take their lunch break, sit on the computer, and research diet pills. And like coffee and peanut diet combined with this fat burner pill, using these shoes would help you lose weight. The whole time this person would eat junk food the entire hour that they were looking at the computer trying to figure out how to lose weight. And they would complain all the time about not being in shape. And it wasn't my place to tell them that they were sabotaging themselves by eating this junk food, doing nothing on the computer all day, and complaining about losing weight. Well, as you probably can see there's plenty of things they could have changed immediately to start seeing results very, very quickly. The point of the story is, have a diet and a lifestyle that reflects your workout. You guys are awesome. Keep it up. See you next week.